Hi everyone, Melissa here. Excuse my slightly nasally voice. I still am congested. I cannot get rid of this. It's been my entire summer, but I feel okay, so don't worry. But I'm here today to do my Cancer Zodiac design. I'm very excited for this one because it's gonna be gray, and I love gray tones. I'm a big fan. I'm kind of on the cusp of Cancer myself, so I feel very calmed by gray toned things, or maybe that's just me. But either way, Cancers are kind of the moon child. They are ruled by the moon, and gray, of course, is a beautiful color for the moon, but it's actually silver that is the real color for Cancer. Kind of like that shiny, hard on the outside, soft on the inside idea of silver. So I'm going to be using both gray and silver for this design, for this marble. And I'm going to be using one of the first, might be the first No Waste marble technique I ever posted. It's actually one of my favorites as far as the results, how they come out. I think it's really cool, and it's like peeling back layers to find what's underneath, and I just find it to be so much fun. So the colors I'm going to be using today, Double Dipp'd. I do need to make an announcement about my code with Double Dipp'd. I do still have it. It's going to stay the same. It's Melissa's Mandy's 15. When I had originally talked to the owner of Double Dipp'd, she had said 20%, so that's what I had been saying. But I don't know, there was some kind of miscommunication, and it's actually 18%. It's not much of a difference, but still 18% off is a fantastic deal. So you can use my code. Silver Lining and Insomnia are two colors I'm going to be using. They are available on the site. I think Casper the Friendly Glowst is, but I'm not positive. Either way, you could substitute her French white for this, which is available. And then two colors that are not currently available are Dim the Lights and Silver Bells, which I'll be using in the marble. So I'm just going to use a little bit of these, really, and we're just going to have some fun with this. I'm also going to use some of her marble inks, the metallic marble inks. She has this really great silver one, and then this like darker gray silver. No, it's not silver. It's like a darker gray, but it's metallic. So yeah, I'm going to be using these at the end to kind of like finish it, but for the most part, it's going to be a dip powder technique. Okay, so I have these are still the tips that I put on in my last video, and the dip powder stayed on them very well with the peel base, so I was very happy about that. And they still have that nice shiny surface. They have not lifted at all, which is fantastic. And I'm just going to put my peel base back down on them and get into this next design with it. Okay, so I know that normally when I do a design, I will start by putting the solid colors down. However, for this, I'm gonna start with the marble just because I want to finish it and look at it and make sure that the layout I was thinking of doing for the other nails is gonna still work for me once it's completed. Just because with this technique, you never really know which color is going to pop the most, or what is, what your finished result is going to be. You can control it a little bit by controlling what you put in the higher layers, but you can't control it perfectly, because once you file it down, it just opens it up. So I'm gonna start with my marble nail. I'm gonna do it on this nail. I considered doing two marble nails, and I might still, just because I love to see the different ways this can come out. So once I get through this one, I'm gonna think it through for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open all of my colors. So I have Silver Lining, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pale gray color. This is one of my favorite double dip colors. I know it's just a gray, right? But it's just so perfect, and it's so smooth. It's just buttery. Silver Lining, I feel like the title is even perfect for this Cancer design. Then I have Casper the Friendly Glowst, which is a white. It's a glow white, and it's just the white that I happened to grab first, so that's the one I'm using today. I don't mind a little bit of glow in my nails. Dim the Lights is a darker gray, so this is going to add just some depth into the marble design. And then I have Silver Bells, which is a silver shimmer. I know it looks like glitter. It is not. It is a shimmer color, and it's gonna add a pop of like metallic into the marble. All right, I'm gonna start by just doing a little swirl on the nail of the base. I mean, it doesn't have to be in any particular way. It just, you know, you can have all of your lines going in one way if you want a very like organized direction to your marble, or you can just kind of like swirl them around in any way you want. There's just one color on so far. But I'm just gonna keep adding, probably add some more of the light gray over here. All right, if you kind of look up close, you can see there's like a little divot right here that kind of goes between two colors, here, here. So I would put like something that would stand out here, so white or a darker color or a metallic, something, because when I have layers on here and then I file that down, that deeper color is gonna stay in those cracks. Hopefully, that's the idea. But if you make enough layers of that on top of each other, you're going to end up revealing a lot of those little details, and it gives hopefully a really cool effect. All right, once you think you have it built up high enough in all areas of the nail that when you do file it smooth, so there are no more parts that are raised, that your nail will still be thick enough, then you can stop and you can go ahead and activate this. You're going to want to activate and give it some time to really dry, because it will take a little bit, because it is a little bit thicker than what you would usually do. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this, and then I think I am going to do this nail as well. I just really want to see how it ends up on two different nails. I think it'll be pretty. Okay, so I think I got both of these filed down to a good place. I'm gonna do a layer of clear over each of them just to kind of fill in any other tiny little gaps that are there, and also just to really be able to smooth it without messing up the look of the marble anymore. Okay, so for the other nails, I am gonna do more to these, but first I'm just gonna let them sit with that clear on while I do something with these other nails, and then do a little bit of like decorating and finishing on all of them, whatever I feel like needs to be done to get it balanced or put me in a happy place. But anyway, my original thought was Insomnia on the pinky, kind of like just a nice little pop of silver. It's such a gorgeous, really, really, truly silver flake color. I mean, it's just stunning in person. And I kind of like the idea of that. And then probably silver lining on the middle and the thumb. And then I might add some flake accents to the marble nails and maybe to this nail too. And then I'm also going to be using the metallic inks on the marble nails before I do those finishing touches. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead. I'll probably do 1 or 2 layers of Insomnia on this nail because it gives a really good coverage. And then some clear, and then I'm going to do a few layers of silver lining on these. And then I'll come back probably for activating and filing of them all. Okay, I went ahead and added a clear over the top of that ombre, and then I'm just going to activate and file everything. Well, I already activated these three, so these two. Okay, so for the marble nails now, they are officially smoothed out, filed, and ready for any other decoration or anything else that I'm gonna put on top. So I'm gonna grab my my alcohol, and I'm gonna put just a little bit in the cap over here to work with. I'm going to have this little brush to use with that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these, shake them up to make sure that the ink is mixed with the metallic. It does separate in here, and I'm gonna just dab a little bit of this on both the nails, just a little of the silver because it's not really adding too much. I already have some silver in there, so I'm putting silver in like some of the lighter parts, but this darker metallic gray is gonna add a little bit more to the marble, so I'm gonna put that in some of my lighter spots here. Okay, and I want to kind of thin it out a little bit. These can tend to give a little bit more coverage on there than I want them to, especially because that metallic part of it can be slightly opaque. So I'm just going to use this brush and some alcohol to kind of bloom the inks away, spread the inks away. So I'm just going to like dab it, like press it on there, and when the alcohol spreads, it'll kind of spread that ink with it, and at the edge of that spread we'll just leave like a line there. Alright, so just did a little bit with that so you can kind of see, just it adds a little bit more of that silvery metallic sheen to it, which I think is great. Now I'm going to add just the little pops of silver foil, and then I'm done. I'm doing more with this design than I typically do, but I think it all works, so I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm going to be working with just a little bit of gel base to apply these foils because it's easier, you can work with it longer, and I'm going to be using a gel top on top of this anyway, so it'll be perfect. Just going to put a little bit down here. As I said, I wanted to put a little bit of the foil down like right under where this ombre really pops out. So kind of like that ombre is popping out from under the foils is the hope I'm going for, the look I'm going for. Okay, so I kind of applied it pretty roughly around the cuticle. I ended up just laying into it so it covered the whole area because it was difficult to just kind of place, and then pressed it all down and then cured that for a little bit, probably about 10-15 seconds, so that I can brush off and kind of see where I'm at. I am going to add a little bit more in there are spots like right here where it didn't quite cover, and then I want to bring just a little bit more down, almost like it's ombreing slightly into the ombre. Alright, I also kind of just popped a few random, tiny little pieces of foil onto the marble nails, and now I'm going to top coat everything. All right, and here is the final look. I think these are really cool. I love how the marble came out so very much. And I hope all my Cancers out there love it and that you all had or will have an incredible birthday. My next Zodiac is going to be for Leo, which is my Zodiac sign. And this is a very special birthday for me, so I will probably be doing my birthday mani as my Zodiac marble mani, but we will see. For now, it is Cancer time, and I hope you all love this. And as always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.